All right, we're back. I think. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I think we're back. Can I get a confirmation in chat? Chat? Can I get a conversation in chat? Chat? Please, chat. Chat.
Hey guys, I think we're
We're
good.
Hi,
good.
chat.
Yeah, shut
No?
up,
Dawes
Dawes.
says no. Are we good?
No, we're good.
Shut up, Dawes, you fucking bitch. Oh, wait, that's probably not
Yeah,
good to say.
Dawes.
My
Yeah,
bad.
Dawes.
Yeti.
Alright, well,
I agree with that.
like I was saying before, we have a huge podcast tonight for some predictions and some end of season war predictions. So just predictions. Just label it predictions. So let's get right into the action here, Creon. Can we get in there? Can we get into the first match?
Just get right into it.
I think we're in there. I'm pretty sure we're in there.
We're in there right now. First match, MI7 Dumpster Empire 4-0. I played Roadhog for a little bit on Esperanza. It was fun.
Oh dear.
Did anybody watch the codes? Or should I just
No.
talk about the match?
I think you should just talk about it.
I didn't
You
watch
should
this
just
one.
talk about the match. You watched something?
No.
I think I watched it.
All right, yeah, you watched it. All right.
Yeah.
So we're starting with the least interesting one because it was everyone was predicting 4-0. Eastos was terrible as predicted. B-Ball Man was tank diffed as predicted. Tanny P was yelling at me, not predicted though. So that was not fun. He was yelling at me. And it was hard to understand him even more, which hard to say that, but I mean it wasn't that interesting in my opinion because I mean it was just everyone was predicting 4-0, maybe 4-1. I think someone predicted 4-2. Did anyone predict 4-2? What was your prediction, Kory?
I should have.
I don't remember. I think I might have said 4-2, but I think that was just me being a Gabe friend. I don't know if I really thought that it would be that close. Actually, no, I didn't predict this game. I wasn't on last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it was just
weren't.
me,
That's
you,
why.
and Narcoma.
It's just
I
me.
and
probably
think
I
we're
would have
all
said probably
4-0.
like 4-2 or something though.
Yeah,
just for
what
the
did you
memes.
predict, Mr. Kingpin?
It was 4-0.
4-0, yeah. I don't really remember what even happened in the match, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't very interesting. So we're gonna move on to the next one because we have two lovely Amnesia players here.
Lovely.
To explain the match. Well, lovely's a stretch. I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah. I get it.
Amnesia 4-0ing classified, which I'm actually surprised. I thought they would take at least one map. Rocket, explain to me why you 4-0'd them though.
They failed
Why
to.
was that a 4-0?
They failed to take the first two maps, which was where they were going to
Oh, that's
get a
right,
map
'cause we
win.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot about you were gone.
Yeah, and then when they got me back in, the closer. I don't blow those saves.
Didn't we predict? Didn't Narcoma
Yeah,
predict?
me and
Narcoma
Narcoma.
and Kingpin predicted classified.
Well,
to
I
win.
didn't predict Classified to win. Because Narcoma took it, but yeah, me and Narcoma are not very smart. We
you
have
guys
very
had-
underestimated
You guys were
Amnesia.
because I thought that they would at least take one of those
Eh.
first two maps.
It was for the content, really. That's all it was
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Who was subbing for you guys?
And Null,
had-
I believe, and
So
Okay.
we had to have
Nolan
two
Brown.
ringers.
I just
Yeah.
remember Null DMing me about it.
Noel put
Yeah.
up one of the performances of all time. It seems that he is still infected by the Navino disease of marsupial, better known as the team beat drop bears. So
He's still infected by what disease is it?
Yeah.
Wanna
What
die?
are you talking
Going
about?
to
Um,
die?
the brawl one where they just like kind of like walk in and like implode and then
Yeah.
like peek everything and then like do nothing. You feel me? So
Interesting.
we found the cure for Brian, but we're still working on it for Null.
All right, well, Monty,
we're
explain
still
this
in
to
the
me though.
lab.
Explain this to me though.
Yeah?
What was the strategy that you guys took to take those first two maps without your worst player?
Okay. Well,
That's
we got an
so-
upgrade at Flexport, which was sick. And so we just like kind of went in. We did our thing. We we dismantled the attempts of Private Ryan to dismantle the team known as Amnesia. We picked apart their brains, and then like won the map. So,
I like that. Rocket, any thoughts? What was your mindset going into the team up 2-0 without you? Were you scared that perhaps you weren't needed?
No, because I was getting like after every map I was getting messages.
by
And
who,
how-
perchance?
Yeah, let's
Uh,
hear it.
Well, let's just say
It must
Matson.
be another incident.
Matson was sending me a couple messages, and you know.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Grim again.
not
I
sound-
thought
He
I
sounds,
thought
he
Grim
sounds,
No.
was
he sounds
Maroon,
like he's
actually.
shivering in his boots right now.
He did not. No, he did not call me hot. He did not call me hot. Okay.
What?
Because we've realized that gets me banned.
I think any sort of communication gets you banned, not the calling you hot kind.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. But yeah, I wasn't worried.
Okay. Were you warm though? Were you warm?
Yes, I played so much 1v1 arena before hopping into the game.
You're nervous.
You know what? He's on his high horse right now. He's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
shaking in his boots coming in saying, "Ah, fuck. You know, they're up 2-0 right now against a good team. I might be released after this game. It's not looking good."
Honestly,
Need to play his heart out.
after we won the first fight on Surabasa, I was like, oh, so this is what they've been dealing with the whole time. I wasn't worried at all.
I will say I might have gotten a wee bit too toxic that match, specifically during Surabasa, but it is what it is.
Come on, guys. We can't.
figure
we
it
can't
out.
end
Yeah,
up
I
this way
heard
like
some yapping back and forth. I heard about
There,
that.
there were some words exchanged.
that. Can't shut
Yeah,
up
I heard
Classified
some
like
words
that.
from,
There's good people in
From someone on Classified too. Was
Apparently, I have
not.
ops now.
Someone
yeah.
deleted the game after the match from Classified.
But I walk
Someone
around
what,
with
Kingpin?
shiesty.
Someone deleted the game after
Mhm.
they lost the
Oh.
Amnesia, and they reinstalled it and now looking for team again.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the person that
why
did
don't
that
you
is
just tell them their
public.
address at this point?
It was clocked.
It was
They said it
clocked.
in tonight's discussion. So like, yeah, it is what
Well,
it is.
Clock's a good player.
They
So
had a good
there's-
season.
Clock's
they're at their
pretty good.
low. They were rated my #1 flex support for week 1. So I mean, they only could have gone down from there. But now it's time for
Yeah.
them to reclaim that. So week 1 of season 12 or season 11, whichever one is the next one, they'll be rank 1 for week 1 probably.
And it's season 12. And that works perfectly because that's when the clock strikes 12.
There we go. Perfect.
Holy
Look at that.
moly.
Look at
They
that.
probably
Look at
won't
that
win, but-
Storyline.
No
Look at
way.
that Storyline.
Hmm
So is
Crafting them up.
11 not a number on a clock?
Well, it is, but I mean, it's not like a relevant number.
I will
this
say,
situation.
shout out the new team called Non-Disclosure Agreement. Quite the sick branding, I have to say myself. So,
Oh, is that
sounds
the
cool.
Ascendant tier 1?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm rocking with that team. For real. They
That's
might
a
play like
good
on-
Cast Bastion or
On
something.
Skizzy, bro.
No
Like,
cap.
All right, let's move on to the actual interesting matches now.
I don't
we're
think
ta-
my match was pretty
All right,
interesting,
all right,
but
keep your mouth shut there, bud. All right, first match is Kraken's 4-0ing Frostnova. I thought it was interesting because I thought it was gonna be closer. But
Yeah,
maybe
was like-
Krakens are just they get those dogs in them.
yeah.
I just think Frostnova was overhyped this whole time, and we played bad when we played them the
Well, you
first
guys,
time.
they had a plat tank in for the first map. Maybe they just
Okay,
thought they-
okay, you can't say that because
He
Rook
shattered a
actually
wall
played better.
twice.
He shattered my shield twice, and Rook actually played better than fucking what's his name, Shidford. Shidford was
hey,
so
keep
bad.
your mouth shut. Do not
I
talk bad on shit.
I know, you're
Wait.
coaching him now.
Can I say it? I feel like
Oh lord.
that player is very overhyped. Can I say it?
Who?
I-
Yeah.
Oh god.
It-
Why are,
Is it
why are we
because of the
shitting
name?
on young Fard?
Or were we rocking with
I
him?
don't know. I
'Cause-
feel like my 2 cents about being in Tranquility is that if you talk in chat, you're like a top 5 player in the league.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
There's too many
Talking
people to
trans-
count. So
You talk in trans discussion, you're just one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
What I will say about this match is, while I'm not overly surprised Kraken's won, I am surprised it was a 4-0.
yeah.
Especially with Frostnova taking the previous match.
Yeah.
between them. And I mean, like, that game was close. It took like a Hatter masterclass for Frostnova to win that game. Again, I'm still really surprised it was a 4-0.
Yeah, I watched this match. I watched it back because I wasn't able to watch it for some reason. I had my own match, and Hatter just looked really bad throughout all 4 maps. Like I know Shitfard was talking about having to teach Hatter how to play the game again. Haven't finished teaching him, I guess, because that did not look good.
Yeah.
I don't think Shidford's the best teacher.
Oh.
Shitfard's slander right now. What's this Shitfard
Now,
slander?
now
Can
we're
we
tipping the
please
scales
stop
back.
shitting on young Fard? I will
Shitfard,
not
bro.
stand with
Does he
it.
deserve this? I don't think he deserves this.
Oh. He had
Not-
quite a
not-
big ego.
I'm not saying because he's the best player. I'm saying he's just a good guy, you know.
Yeah.
I
He's
go way
alright.
back. Me and Shitfard.
I will say I was quite confused whenever I saw that it was a Kraken's 4-0. Frost Nova, they've been quite the good team, but it seems that they had some internal conflict in that last match.
Oh.
So
Possibly.
Oh,
it seems
Speaking of
that there was a wee
internal
bit of
conflicts,
a tilting.
Speaking of internal conflicts, does this mean that the mental is solved, Kingpin? Is the mental solved?
Yeah.
Are we moved on?
Kilroy is on my team. My mental will never be solved.
Kingpin, is the One Piece real?
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Krakens, while we're at it, how's Mello doing? Did Mello
Mello-
like
Oh
not
yeah,
get
what
a
did Mello
beat
do to
or
almost lose?
yeah?
Hey,
He charges
Mello-
10% faster. Is that why you won?
Melo's a goat. He beat 10% faster. That's what
There
he
we
did.
go.
That's what I like to hear. That's the improvement.
Holy
Most
moly.
improved.
You know what? I'm
Most
convinced. Krakens is beating MI7.
Krakens is winning
Well,
the
we are.
whole league.
Well, I'm convinced as well.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna lock Sigma, so Gliscor can't play Sigma and he has to play around against me.
Why would I have to play Ryan if?
Because we're gonna lock Sigma out so you can't pick him.
Oh, like hero bands.
Yeah, we're gonna hero ban
Okay.
Sigma and
I
a
think if you
Oh,
just play Ryan the
crap.
whole time, bro, then I'm gonna lose. I can't mirror the Ryan. So like if you just keep.
and I
keep
can't
doing
mirror
Ryan-
the Sigma, so
Wait, hold on. Breaking. Like I'm getting like a new message from the mainframe. Kingpin,
Okay.
it's for you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
okay.
You smell like shit.
I smell like shit.
Did
Yeah.
God,
someone
you're
like fart
fucking
too?
annoying. Sorry.
From and that message was delivered to you by Shitfart420, the goat himself.
Oh my
Makes sense, though.
gosh.
Makes sense.
The
Uh,
best
Spoken.
tank entrance
Yes,
here.
spoken. Yep, the best tank.
Holy moly.
I can't really argue with that. I mean, I
Well,
pummeled him.
I thought this match was interesting.
I
'cause
pummeled
the
him,
map
so I
score
kinda
just,
had to
just
like-
kind of it was just surprising to me. I
Yeah.
forget what I picked, but I think I picked like 4-3 Krakens or something like that.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
surprising, but it was surprisingly boring.
Yeah,
I-
I think like I watched it today and it just seemed like Krakens had the upper hand for almost the entire match after the first round. The first round was like decently close and I was like, okay, like I was analyzing it and like, okay, let's see what happens in the rest of the maps and I was like, no. Like Krakens is just doing whatever they want basically. Like on Colosseo they made Krakens swap a little bit, Frost Nova did when they went their ball comp. Like I was like, okay, Krakens is just kind of doing whatever they want. They're playing their comps and Frost Nova is just like swapping to this, swapping to that. But they brought it back a little bit on Colosseo, but they still just they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the Krakens. They couldn't handle Tommy Slat.
What were the other two maps that you guys played? Was it Hollywood and something else?
It
Hollywood
was
and Sirabasa.
Hollywood and Sirabasa, yeah.
Wow. So they definitely tried to get to not play to your strengths, but then you swapped Tommy in, and then
And Ashes.
shit happens, I guess.
Shout out
And
Tommy, bro. Shout
Tommy's
out
so
Tommy
good.
Slat. He's
Guys-
so cool.
We'll be featuring Tommy Slat maybe a little bit later in the
No spoilers, however.
no spoilers, but a little hinty hint. All right, let's
Yeah.
move on to the last match here, because this is easily the most interesting match of the season.
Yeah.
And I will say, we have no Espada players, and I don't hear any excuses from anybody about why they lost. Oh my cat died, or
Sure. I'll DM
the
Narcoma
heat
for all
was
the
on.
excuses.
The heat was
Hold
on too hard, and I was sweating. His dad died a month ago.
Oh no.
Rest in peace to your father. I apologize for that. Something crazy like my keyboard or something like that. You know what I mean? So
Common issue.
this was just like, was it more so that Dapper got the upper hand, or was it that Espada choked? What do you think, Kory?
I mean-
you're the resident player.
Yeah, so nobody saw it. People got updates and trans discussion as the match was going on. But
Yeah.
as
Sir,
the only person that was there for it firsthand, I mean, we won Samoa. Like, I'll just kind of go through it. And then we tied Midtown. Like, we drew it. We completely choked that map. Then we lost 2 in a row. Then we won 2 in a row. Then we went to Gibraltar, and that map didn't happen. And then Nepal was like, the momentum completely shifted. Like the last 2 maps, Gibraltar was a La Espada sweep, and then Nepal was a Dapper Dynasty sweep. It was just really back and forth for the most part. I think that at certain points, like there were some decently close maps, but for the most part, it was like one team did really well, and then the other team did really well, and then it just bounced back and forth from that. And we came out on top. We had the resilience. I think Ilios is probably the closest map in the entire series. Map 6, I think. Yeah, map 6 of 8. It was a great match. Like I think
So
that.
what was the upper hand that you guys got there to be able to take that? Like what was the strategy? What was the what did you guys do to kind of overtake that?
Honestly, I think that it was me. Like, not to be
Kory
like
did.
super ego, but like I played out of my
Humble,
mind,
humble.
and the
Yeah.
swaps that we made to like win the series, like on Ilios, we swapped a Junker Queen comp. Like, I called that. Like, just in general, I feel like I was not losing this game. Like, this was the best game I've played. It's only downhill from here. Like, on Nepal, I had double the damage of every single person in the lobby. I built 3 fluxes in 1 round. They built like 1 and barely any more. Like, I think like obviously my team played really well too, but I think the difference maker was just, I don't know, I was on one.
Did you upgrade to Dapperman 20 that day?
No, Dapperman 19 doesn't need an upgrade. Let's be honest
Okay,
here.
okay.
Dapperman 19 is the problem.
You know, I think I would consider Kory to be the Tom Brady of the trans tier. Sending, he's like sending inspirational text messages to his teammates before the match, just like letting them know, we're here, we're gonna beat these guys, and he's taking leadership. You know what I mean? So that's he's such a humble guy too. That was awesome. Good job, Kory.
Yeah.
Unbelievably humble.
I think
I
that
mean-
Yeti put it best for that match. Sir, a second fight us hit the point was inspirational to say the least.
Oh, my favorite
Yeah.
thing about that match by far was after fight 1 on Nepal, I typed in trans discussion,
Yeah.
1 fight done, and then the whole chat erupted.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
No,
Trans discussion during
Propaganda
that
was
match
crazy.
awesome.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
But when the GGs were put in chat and we knew that Dapper won, that trans discussion exploded.
Yeah, it went crazy, bro.
It gave hope to all members of the Tranquility community that, one day you could be like Dapper Dynasty.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have the greatest stage 1. Maybe your flex support, leaves twice. Maybe your DPS goes off to college.
I mean,
But
one of our flex supports didn't leave.
anyways, you could have all of that happen to you, and you can still take down La Espada, the team that was offered a biggie bag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think I'm gonna change my analogy for Kory from Tom Brady. I feel like he's the Eli Manning of trans tier, where he's just terrible in the regular season, but then they go and they
Yeah.
win the Super Bowl.
He's a playoff
So-
performer.
Look, yeah, I mean, I'd agree. I think that we were under fire the entire regular season. We kept it afloat to get ourselves to the playoffs, and then I'm just turning it up in the playoffs. So
I mean,
And-
Eli Manning only made it to the playoffs twice in his career, and he won the Super Bowl both times.
mhm.
So
I like
He's
the,
Kenny Pickett in the 4th quarter. That's what he is.
I like the
I don't know
Tom
about
Brady
that.
analogy more.
Think.
Because I think he was deadlifted by the Edelman, aka Pomku for y'all's team. So
I
Yeah.
thought you were the
Okay.
Edelman.
Look,
I'm the
Pomku-
Edelman. I'm
I
not
love
Julian
Edelman, but
Edelman.
like Edelman on any other team would be just a bum. He'd just be
For
some random
chance.
bum.
yeah. Well, so
Tom Brady
in
elevates
that
wide
match,
receivers.
speaking of Pomku, the first map, Pomku was calming like no tomorrow. Like, he did not calm like that any other time. Just in the playoffs, Pomku's on another gear. Like, his target calling was like, it was not frantic, but like he was yelling. Like, Pomku doesn't do that. He turned it up in the playoffs. So I think that guy might be Tom Brady, or not Tom Brady, Eli
Ah.
Manning. I'm Tom Brady, Pomku's Eli Manning, and we're on the same
So
team. So I feel
So
like
he owns you then? Is that what it's worth? Right
yeah, for sure.
He's your daddy.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Which-
also
okay.
like Taken
It's just-
Wallet. People didn't really know who Taken Wallet was. If the game was streamed, people would know who Taken Wallet is because of how well he played. But the game
And then
wasn't
Poofa
streamed,
is
so
Rob Gronkowski.
yeah, Poofa. Poofa played really well. I was gonna say that Poofa Ajaxed, but obviously, like,
Obviously, yeah. That's
yeah,
like-
that
that's part of the
happened.
course,
No,
right?
okay, that's not what I mean. Like, obviously that happened, but Poofa played really well. Poofa, we changed up our comms a little bit in our like last 2 games because the entire season I was fight planning, and then I was like, wait a minute, Poofa fight planned on Billings Boomers. I've been alt tracking the entire time. I'm a main support player, so we switched it up, and it's been working really well. So yeah, I think Poofa also deserves a shout out for that because 4-3-1, like, at some point it has to come down to how we're taking these fights and how we're using our ults and stuff. So yeah, I think that was definitely tipping the scales in that game, alongside a generational performance from me. But that's kind
Of
of
course.
All right, finishing off that humble rant from Kory, we're gonna move on to the big segment here in our gold gossip. We're gonna be because tomorrow is the Iris podcast we all know and love. So make sure to check that out tomorrow at I don't know what time is that, but make sure.
I
to
think
keep
it's
your,
like 10:30.
yeah 10:30 something like that. Keep your eyes peeled. So they're gonna be releasing the end of season awards for every tier. So we're gonna be going over and we're all going to either predict or you can choose who you think should win the end of season awards for every single role, and then we also have a fun creative one. You can choose your most improved player, which they aren't giving that out this year, and then your favorite player to watch, whether that's personality wise or just play wise or whatever. They have a funny name or something like that, whatever, good storyline, you choose that. So we're gonna go from top left to right in the first row. So and feel free to put your own, to like copy paste your own names in there if you can. So Kory, starting out with you, give me your best tank in the tier, who you think's gonna win it and why.
Let's see your
so-
humbleness shine through.
Yep, here we
Alright,
go. Humble guy.
Hold
coming out
on,
here.
hold on.
Holy moly.
I think that I played pretty well this season. I think that I could be up there. However, I think that just for the entire season, the award isn't just like it's not the playoffs. Like, that's not how it works. Some people think that's how it should work. That's not how it works. It's the entire season. I don't deserve it for the entire season, and I will live with that. I think that just because of like the entire longevity of the season, I'm gonna give it to Gliscor because, like, look, being a top team the entire season and being a top tank the entire season, you deserve to win the award. Like, I'll be humble now. I got my anti-humbleness out of the way.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now for my award here, who do I think who's gonna be the top tank? I'm gonna be humble as well. I'm a humble guy, I like to keep myself, I like to keep the reins in myself. So I'm gonna give it to a guy who has shown in the past couple weeks that he is one of the best players in the game. I'm gonna give it to Dapperman19.
Hell
I deserve it. I deserve it. You guys suck.
And the reason I'm gonna give it to him is that we've been together through Gold Gossip this whole time, and he keeps explaining to me it's the ringers, it's the team not being there. We're trying to get the team together, and they finally do, and they show what they can do. So I think he is the best because he has shown his leadership skills and his ability to kind of keep the team together through those bad moments, that he deserves the award. So I'm giving it to Dapperman19.
All right.
Appreciate it.
A certain player under the tank category has already gotten a lot of flack
Alright,
today. And
Nas,
I
next.
think
All right, yeah, move on.
it is very, very unjustified, as they are a pretty okay player for the tier. However, I believe that Shidfard 420 is the best tank.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
Alright, I like
Young
that.
Fard solo's your favorite. I think, Shidfard, he's gonna shit on the competition. And yeah, made
go,
us
I like
more.
that.
Yeah. I think I do want to mention from our conversation that we had earlier, I think that Edge is his gamer name, right? And he goes
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
also Shidfard. I think that he's played very well the entire
Yes.
season.
Yeah.
No,
I think
100%.
that-
I mean,
Yeah, his last game definitely wasn't the greatest, and I think that that's just something that happens and you move on. But I think that he's played really well. I played against him, I think, week 3, and he was very, very good. So
Yeah.
I mean,
You
that's like,
can't define everybody from just one.
Yep. You can
Yeah.
define me though.
Wait, real. Wait.
All right,
Iron Man
well-
only has good games.
Yep.
all right. I'm going to give my best tank to somebody who fumbled last week. Well, he didn't get fumbled. He got diffed by Dapperman19, but
Ooh.
he had a pretty good season. He played really consistently, all kinds of heroes. He always got hyped up by Narcoma for his flexibility, and I agree with that. I'm gonna give it to Mania.
I like that.
I think he had the best Doomfist that I played against in the tier. He's really aggressive. I can't copy and paste this shit because
There you
I'm
go.
not very tech savvy. Thank you.
Oh, dear me.
You're not tech savvy to copy and paste.
I tried.
He's a Reinhardt player.
My
Yes.
grandma.
I think Mania's Ryan was one of the better ones I've played. His Sigma's pretty good. He had a bad game, I guess, against Dapperman19. So
It happens.
it happens.
I think
like that.
Mania is a really good player. Even in our game, I think that he played really well. So
Yeah, it's not his fault. I play Norcoma.
Yeah, I blame Narcoma as well.
Yeah, I blame Creon. Just think he probably just like he just didn't step it up. You know what I
Probably,
mean?
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Step it up.
Alright.
All right, Rocket, give us your totally unbiased take here for this best tank.
So I wasn't going to go Dawes initially, but now that I've seen the rest of the board, and like now that I kind of like thought about it a little bit more, and Sigma has been the meta for like most of the season. I don't think that can be really disputed. And I think out of all of the Sigmas in the tier, I think Dawes has actually been the most consistent and has like as well as shown the highest peaks. Like in our game last week against Classified, those first 2 maps where I was out, Dawes put on the big boy pants. He kind of went crazy. So
I
show Dawes
heard
a little bit of
from
love.
yeah, I heard from Null that he ate like 3 ults and canceled another 2 or something like that.
Yeah, he went crazy. So I'll give it to Dawes. I normally hate the guy, but you know.
Yeah,
I
he's from
can-
Ireland, right?
Yeah, I know it's terrible.
Yeah. Probably annoying as hell to play with.
Yeah, so yeah, this is the only nice thing I'm gonna say about Dawes this week. I've met my quota, and we can move on.
Also, are we doing a snake, or are we going back?
Let's
square
go back.
one?
Let's go
Okay.
back to square one, Kory. Give me your best
Back.
hit scan.
Alright, so I think that at the mid-season point, I think I said lore for hit scan, but I'm gonna change it up, and I think that since that point, and just in general the entire season, but I think that from that point forward, Mattson has really, I almost put my name under Dapperman. Mattson has really, like, not improved his play, but he's just been, like, still playing really, really well, and I think that he deserves the nod for best hit scan.
Alright, I like that. I'm gonna go a little bit different here. I think when I think of hit scan, I think of just like pure people playing, you know, Ash and Soldier and all those characters. And I think the mechanically best one out of everyone is Kilroy. So I'm gonna go with Kilroy for best hit scan, just because I think that
You put that.
whenever I watch
Oh, never mind.
like Kraken's matches, he's always getting like big picks in certain situations that kind of helps them win the fight. Although, you know, we know that the mental gets in the way sometimes, when he's on point and he's having fun, he's the best hit scan in the tier for sure. So I'm going with Kilroy.
I can agree with that.
Now, this one might be a little bit boring, and I might have to pick someone that's already been picked, and I apologize for
You
it.
can do that. I mean,
But Mattson has
Actually.
done too much this season for me to not have him as my best hit scan. He has single-handedly carried Amnesia, other than me, of course.
That's
He's
a lie.
done. Shut up, bro. No one's asking you. You know, he's done so much for the team. He's pretty much been the entirety of our columns. And he also, you know, got some nice coaching with him. So I will have to give it to Mattson. He also just is Gods of Widowmaker and just really good mechanically. So
I heard he really likes playing Balfara.
perchance.
alright, I like that. Kingpin.
I don't want to put Madsen for a 3rd time, so I'm gonna give Water a shout out because Water's actually a flex DPS who flexed the hit scan for his team, and I still think he was the best player on Eternal Blue, playing not his main role, a really consistent, well, not too consistent, but pretty consistent for his team not being that consistent. Really good Sojourn, really good Tracer. I think he's a pretty good player. So
I think
I like that
Water's very
pick.
good.
All right. I think it's crazy that we don't have lore on the board yet. Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm
What-
trying to not be boring. You know.
Yeah, of course. It's I think honestly you could flip a coin between Mattson and Laura. I think they do very similar things for their teams. Like Laura, I think he probably fills quite a big leadership role for MI7 still. So again, like you could honestly flip a coin between like Mattson and Laura for whoever wins this. And I guess we'll see who wins it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Nobody doesn't
again.
show up to scrims like Laura does. He's a great figure.
So yeah, I'll give it to Laura.
All right, Kory, let's hear it.
All right, it had to come around soon enough. I think that he won't win it, and he won't have a chance of winning it just because of how stacked the tier is. But I think that, and I said this like a few weeks ago on here too, that Pomku is like such a smart player, such a consistent player, and like I said, he turned it up in the playoffs and just throughout the entire season with our ups and downs and backs and forths and everything. This might be a little bit of a bias pick, but I think he deserves praise for how well that he's played and how much he's done this entire season because like he's probably I'd say like obviously there are probably people I'm overlooking too, but the most overlooked like top player. And I just have to say it. He probably isn't gonna win, and if I had to give it for the entire season, I probably wouldn't give it to him. But
All right, but let's be real though.
Gotta
Has he,
throw that
ever,
in
has
there.
he ever sent you an inspirational text message?
No.
Yeah, so he's.
No.
I don't think he's there. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not there. Fortunately.
Yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. He got a new
Alright.
computer though, so.
I will say he is very good at instructing me on how to defuse a bomb. So
I like that.
Maybe we'll need to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll need to get a
Alright.
bomb in our game.
yeah,
For
that's
my
Rocket.
pick, my pick, it's pretty. This is a simple pick, right? I don't even have to explain it. The MVP of the league, the best player in the entire tier.
All right, you're
It's,
hyping
uh,
up too much, man.
It's Tanic B playing on the Torb, on the Junkrat, on the May, whatever he's playing. He's the best player in the tier.
You mean the Junkwat?
Junkrat, yeah. He's stepped up huge as a leadership role for us as well. So I think he for sure. Looking at the MVP candidates, I mean, there's not really one that I think that could rival him in terms of the impact that he has.
Okay, let me
So
Can we just
Come
throw
on,
the
come on.
Tanic B dead
just
track?
All right, cool. Had to put the Yap Island next to that. Anyways, moving on. Flex DPS. This one is gonna be a little bit unexpected, but I'm gonna go with Chisakina. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Either way, we played them in the classified match. They did like very, very good, and this is their first year for any like Overwatch team play.
This is their first
And-
team.
Yeah, this is their first team ever, and I think they did very, very well on classified, and I will be giving them a little bit of a shout out on the Flex DPS role. So, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
they played when I was watching. I watched like the first map of your game, and then I kind of realized that it was going to be a lot more boring than the other games. But they popped off. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
fights they won, they got like 3 or 4 kills. It was crazy.
It really did feel like the fights that classified won was like Chisakina just doing like God's work.
Yeah.
Yeah, scrimming. I scrim classified a couple times, and Chase Aquino is a very standout player in those scrims. So, I'm going to pick Brian for the best flex CPS. I think they're one of the best players on Amnesia. I remember the one half a game I watched for Amnesia. Brian just won a map against Dapper Dynasty. He won like 2 or 3 fights for him in a row by himself, like last man.
Yeah.
I think his May is very good. I remember during Amnesia tryouts, his May was very good then too. So
If only he shows up.
yeah, I was gonna say you have to play maps. You have to play maps to win the
Yeah,
award. So.
exactly.
I don't think he showed up to a scrum in the past like 3 weeks, but that's besides the point.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta play maps to win the award, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So similar to how Gliscor said that his best flex DPS is his MVP of the league, mine is as well. I'm going with Jaden, or Nediaj, as they might be more commonly referred to as. Yeah. Other than him like refusing the Amnesia biggie bag, like before the end of the season, I think if La Espada didn't have Jaden, like low-key, I don't know if they would have made champ bracket with how that team was looking going into playoffs. So, yeah, I think Jaden's one of the best mays in the league, and overall just one of the best flex CPS.
Mhm.
okay,
I like
before
that.
we move on, I think Dong Wagler got robbed of not being a nominee. He deserves to be at least in the top 8 in my opinion.
I think he deserves to be a nominee. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's a nominee.
I don't know
Top
anything
four,
about
you
Psy.
can make an
I've never
argument.
even seen like a play from Psy. So I don't know.
Right.
Okay, chill out. Size the goat.
I just
I-
said I haven't seen anything. That's why I don't know.
Chill out.
I
And
said I
Trent-
haven't seen anything.
Hey,
Train got picked over Dong Wagler just because
Oh,
his
Train.
name's
Yeah,
bigger.
that's right. Yeah, Train's kind of.
So
Alright,
there's my Dong
don't-
shout out.
What are you gonna
do
say
not
about that,
miss-
Monty?
Train's
I
the
said-
goat.
I
Dong
said
sucks.
I said Train's kind of bad though.
Bro, y'all are just wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. Quit that. Second defamation case. God.
I think it's time for us to move on before somebody.
Yeah. All right, Kory.
Yeah.
Best flex support. Lay it on me.
Alright. My best flex support.
Pomku.
Yeah, Pomku. So this guy, he hasn't gotten that much praise for. No, I'm kidding.
We get honorable mention
gonna
of
go
Voltaire.
Yeah.
It's so real.
I was between Rocket and Flames of Raw. I'm gonna go with Rocket since he's here. No, I think Rocket is really good flex support and really integral to Amnesia's success, despite what it seemed like in the last game. But
So
yeah,
real.
I think that those are my top two. I think that Narcoma would be third, but not like, I guess it is kind of disrespectful, so I'm not going to say no disrespect, but my stock went down a little bit on Narcoma after the game, but I think Narcoma's still really good. So those would be like my other two that I would pick outside of Rocket. But Rocket is probably the best, so I have to probably put Rocket.
It kind of says, you know, it's a bad look for the flex support division or flex support part when the best flex support is like a really bad player. So
Yeah,
Kinda
exactly.
it's
That's
not
the
good.
crazy
So
thing. Like, I
real.
didn't want to pick
Yeah,
Rocket. I was looking
well.
at the other ones, and I was just like, I guess I have to pick Rocket.
Yeah, nah.
all right, my pick. It's gonna be boring as well, but this guy, he doesn't talk in chat at all. So he's not well known, and people don't think he's a top player. I guess people think he's a top player. He isn't talking chat. Flames of Raw is literally like one of the best players I ever played with. This guy is so good at healing me when I'm feeding that I don't die when I'm feeding. So now I just get to kill things when I'm feeding. So now I don't have to worry about anything. I can just walk in with Panic Beat. I don't have to worry about dying. And then when I don't feed, he kills like 3 people a fight. This guy is so good. He is probably the best flex player I've ever played with. I don't even think it's close. This guy, if he plays next season, he should be a top pickup, bro. He is so good. So good.
Do you think that Flames of Raw could help Navino, or do you think that Navino would be too
Uh,
far gone?
That- that's
no
a lost
help.
cause.
Yeah, no.
That's a lost cause.
Lost cause, right.
That would
I
make
see
Flames
the
overall look bad.
Barrier there.
Even God can't work magic sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no saving that man. All right, Monty.
Alrighty, best flex support. I was originally gonna pick Flames of Raw, because
Hey, Flames of
they're
Raw.
I could, but I will not be. You know, 'cause there was someone close, but Flames of Raw. Shout out League Zero. If you're in League Zero, you probably know of them. The Flames of Raw being it. Anyways, I'm picking Mimi. Mimi has looked really, really solid this season. Doing God's work for Frost Nova. You know, carrying Xeno's fat ass, but that's besides the point. I think Mimi and Momo.
Kind.
Mimi and Momo, although they have like perfect name synergy, they haven't played together, and they've been doing really, really well for Frost Nova. And I think Frost Nova just has a great support line. Also picked them up for Galactic Gophers, so let's go. Yeah, that's my flex support, best flex support. So yeah.
Alright, my best flex support, I'm gonna give it to Narcoma. He kinda, the end of the season wasn't the best for him, but I think during the stage 1 and 2, he played really well. He played his life the best I've seen from any flex support I played against this season. He was really consistent. That's all I really got for him. He's a pretty chill guy too, so.
For sure. Maybe let me do that. I'll put that in there for you. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have to do that.
I can do it for you. It's all right. Rocket.
Do I want to be humble?
Just do it. Just do it.
Yes, it's boring.
Just drop
Double-
it. Just drop it. Just
All right,
drop it.
we're dropping it.
Oh my
You
god.
want to be one of
God.
the best.
I shoot things better than anyone else.
You also get banned better than everyone else too.
That is true. I do have that over every other flex support as well. So, I'm Flames of Ra. If you want to get banned before your next match and try and take this title from me, I encourage you to do so. For legal reasons, that is a joke. Yeti, please don't ban me again.
2 maps.
Okay, we can-
2 maps
okay.
for finals.
Okay, hold up. Okay, we can move on.
Okay. All right,
I
Kory.
can't wait to DM Rocket mid map.
Before
Yeah.
I say something
I'm
that gets
up.
me in trouble.
I'm
All right,
awake.
Kory. Main support, buddy. Let me know. Let us all know.
Oh, I clicked the wrong
What is that?
screen. Oh, it's over here.
I wonder
Let me find this. I feel like Kingpin right now. I don't know what's going on. There's a
Oh.
lot of pretty good main supports. I'm not giving it to Amnesia, not because I don't want to give it to Amnesia, but I still think that Grizzly is very, very good, despite the fact that he doesn't go to scrims or whatever's going on. Grizzly is a very, very good player, and I think it still shines through that.
Yeah, he's for sure a good player, but he's playing League of Legends during scrims. We can see him in a specific. He's in this Discord all the time playing League of Legends. And I don't blame him. He doesn't have to go to scrim. But I think you have to show, if you want to win the award, you have to have like an all-around kind of, you need to be loyal to your team and personality-wise. You need to want to win. You know what I mean? I think.
Fair, yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's one of the goats though for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to my little buddy, in the back of the stream, Creon. He has we're considering this to be a full season award. He has been, on one of the top teams for the whole season. Obviously, they just got eliminated last week, but thinking about the whole season, and he ranked for me for a scrim. I know this is recency bias, but like he's a great caller based on us playing together for a little bit. He gets some great plays, so I'm going with Creon. Whoever that is, laughing in my face.
That's a yippee.
Yes,
Oh, it's a
yippee.
yippee? Oh,
Yeah.
it looked like you were laughing at me.
Alrighty. For the
Why
time
is it
being,
yourself?
I will be humble and I will give it to Cry. I'm not like Rocket. I would never choose myself. And I think Cry has put up a all-star performance for their team. I think that Empire would look completely different if they had anyone else but Cry on main support. She does a lot of their comms is just really, really good at the game. And I don't want to risk them not getting a shout out. So
Yeah.
Granted, if I chose myself, Rocket probably would have chose Cry, but or he might already. But anyways, fuck you, Rocket.
Okay, whatever.
I concur.
I'm going to choose Marty. I think Marty's definitely the best main support. He's the most flexible. I think he has the best mechanics. He does everything really well. He manages to keep Rocket alive when he feeds. I've seen Monty.
That's a good call.
When I watched the little bit of Amnesia match I did watch, Monty turned like 2 to 3 fights on Colosseo just by popping rally and raid bossing it down. So I think Monty's the best main support.
Rocky, remember when I hit the Tokyo Drift around the pipe?
Oh my god.
On Colosseo.
That should have been chat play of the week.
Yeah, that should
But we'll get to that later. My best main support, I'm between 2 right now that haven't been mentioned. I would have given it to Monty, but he teabagged my dead corpse in scrim earlier, so I don't want to give it to him anymore.
That's a suspension, I think.
This
I
is
think so
like
too.
slander. That did not happen.
I have the receipts. I'm going with the King of H.